you. Right. So I hear that you're sharing that there's an orchestra conductor from when you were playing violin. He gave you this feedback about your timing. And
yes, I
can you
wasn't
tell
very
me?
good at violin.
Okay, and how did that go? How did that feedback go? When you were playing, how long you were playing for? Was this a friend? Was this somebody that you were there for the first time?
Well, it's just in orchestra practice. It's like I was not very good. My seat in the orchestra was not very good.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would get this feedback. Yeah, when we were doing seating auditions, and I guess I could just tell that my sound did not sound as good as other people's sound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. This can be really painful. Like I'm asking these questions because there is a lot in there from my own experience, from in my journey with music, from the feedback that I got it from others, especially teachers, and especially when playing in front of other people. And these are like kind of like woundings that they've stayed in my body, and they block or they distort my musical expression. And in a way they also shape it. They also like shape, and they define my more like my musical expression. But that's the reason why I'm asking to kind of like touch on the purpose of being in this call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And did that feedback that you received, did it only happen once, or did it happen a few other times?
I mean, many times, yeah.
It happened many times. And was it like after some time you just gave up and you say, I'm gonna try something else?
Yeah, I think I lost interest.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I was never interested. I'm not sure. But yes,
Mm-hmm.
I no longer play music.
Mm-hmm. Right. And still there is something that you feel like calling to come into this space to explore again, to like explore again this territory of music. And I'm glad about that. I'm glad that you're taking this step, because not a lot of people reach out, and not everybody reaches out. And even though there is a musical expression in all of us, and I wonder if there is anything else that you want to share about your purpose of being here before we switch to the next place.
I would just like you to show me something about music to love.
What's coming alive right now from what you're sharing is this thing that was transformative for me. There was something that was transformative in my journey with music, when I learned that music is not to be liked or disliked, and music is not to be liked or disliked. And this was a big shift for me. And music is to remind yourself of your divine connection with source. Music is your connection with source, and that connection with your own timing. And it depends very much on what you want to do with music. And this to me was a liberating thing. Like, oh, music is not for somebody else to like it. It's just something that it was a thought where that I had, that was like about judging, or like, this music is good, this music is not good, I like this music, I don't like this music. And it was that shallow. And after this, like, it just opened up like a muscle of music that relaxed for me in that journey. I was like, oh, so like, there is gonna be people that like the music, there is gonna be people that don't like my music. and that's part of that. Like, that's not the purpose. The purpose of my creation of the music is not so that other people like it or dislike it, but it's something to it's my own expression. It's your own expression of your. It's a way of expressing of your being. The same way that I'm using words right now, and that we go on this kind of like verbal realities and navigating those waves of stories. There is also a way to do that with music. So it's like a musical reality. The same way that there's not verbal reality, there's musical reality, which is kind of part of non-verbal reality. But actually, like music can also be verbal, because you can go on the verb, like using words and music at the same time. But to me, yeah, to me, like I had to bring it down to nothing, to nothing. Like I got so much feedback that I was bad, that my music sucked, that my timing was off, that I had to like bring it down to like the core of me, and started doing some practices that actually allow me to reclaim music, my music. And this is what I could share here with you, and then we're gonna do a bit of singing too. um, so in terms of the elements of music that I've been studying, actually, do you have any questions about what I shared so far?
No.
Okay. So I want to show you that there's the 5 elements of music that I've been working with, and my teacher calls it the hand method, el método de la mano. And there is 5 elements of music that kind of like, when you have all of these elements together, there is music. You have music. And like you mentioned, rhythm or timing is one of them. There is other elements, and so I think for now, like I want to like just focus on that. Let's go with that one, like rhythm and timing, and I'm gonna go with that one. And when I look at that element of music, is your heartbeat. It's connected with your heartbeat. Is this cycle, the cycle of things? Is that there is rhythm in everything. Everything has rhythm. Even the words that I'm sharing right now, the cycles of the day, even the breathing. When I breathe in and I breathe out, there's a rhythm in that. There's like an in and an out. There's an in and an out. And with the cycles of the moon, there is a rhythm. With the seasons of the year, there is a rhythm. So there is like a rhythm is ingrained in you. Like there's no way that there is no rhythm in you. And this doing is yeah, it just like awakens that rhythm that's inside of me, that's alive. Your rhythm inside of you is alive, and it has this quality of vibration, of pulsing life. The rhythm is pulsing life. So in terms of the rhythm, the most basic thing that you can do with a rhythm, and I'm probably gonna be saying a lot of things that you already know, but I'm just gonna go over like the very basics. This is what I had to like break it down to, and what my teacher actually broke it down to the very core level, and he said like, Jorge, when you understand this, or when you get this, like you're gonna get all of the rhythms in the world. You're gonna get them. You're gonna be able to get them and understand them, and practice them. So the most basic rhythm is the 1 by 1, which is just like doom, doom, 1 1 1 1 1. That's the most basic rhythm, and you can go on with that, and then you can like speed it up. You can go faster. You can go faster too, and infinitely, right? Like you can get like faster, and also like you can get like super slow. You can equally go as slow. And that's the most basic form of rhythm. With this 1 by 1, you can study pretty much any rhythm. Any rhythm, you can go into a song and like kind of find what the rhythm of that song is, by going into just like being in the 1 1. It's like kind of being in the small now and the small here. It's just like there is no big patterns or big stories or big things. There's just like the small here, the small now. And I guess like a lot of the music that I'm passionate about sharing and about sharing with others is the improvisation. Like I'm not so passionate, or there is a different aspect about me, about like this music that is practice and prepare and rehearse over and over and over. There is a place for that, and right now, yeah, the place that it came for me was to just bring it down to my music. What is my music? What is my musical expression? And this one by one pattern that I'm just sharing with you is like kind of like how I can collaborate with you in the music that you're creating. So if you're creating a music that I have no idea what it is about, it's the first time that we're collaborating together, then I can go to this one by one to see, get a sense of the rhythm that we're playing and actually participate in it. So that is rhythm. That is rhythm for me. That is cycle. You have a cycle. Your heart is beating right now, and it has a rhythm. And there, nobody has a cycle like yours. Nobody has a rhythm like yours. And I will pass a message from the world that the world wants to hear your rhythm, and it wants to hear your cycles, like your cycle, your musical cycles, and your rhythm, and your melody, your sounds, your harmony. Cool. You have any questions about this so far? Is it bringing up anything for you?
I appreciate everything you said, but no questions.
Okay. There is another element of music that is the I call it the fourth one, which is connected with rhythm, and is the silence. There is a silence in everything, and silence is part of rhythm, because there is like a gap. It's like silence is like the gap, and there is a gap in between everything. Even in between the words that I'm saying right now, there is a gap in between them, and there is a small silence in between all of these things. And so silence is also at the beginning and at the end of the music. Before you start, there is silence, and at the end of the music, there is silence. And I guess this is part of rhythm, because in part of understanding like rhythm, there is, you gotta understand where there is these silences, and the silences kind of create a quality of the music too. Um, there was something that you asked too about love. Like you say, show me something that you love about music, or show me something to love about music. And you actually like touch in one of the elements of music, from the method that I practice. And that element is connected with the thumb, and is the fifth element, which is love. It's like a like the wheel that plays the music, the wheel that chooses to create those four other elements. And I didn't understand this element at first. I thought it was like a feeling. I thought like I tell my teacher, like, because he made me guess all of this. And yeah, and yeah, he was very adamant on this, like, Jorge, like, this I, love is necessary in music. You need love to play music. If there is no love, like, the music that you create is gonna be heartless. It's not gonna have a heart, and it actually can destroy you, and it can destroy the people around you and the people that hear it. And yeah, he was very adamant on that one. Like, make sure, Jorge, like, the music that you created with love.
Mhm.
And I pass that message to you too, that the music that you create, that bring your love to it. And is there something that's coming up for you?
No, I was tired. I was
Mm,
yawning.
right on. So in the context of possibility management, there is a love will be like at the center of the feelings map. Uh, so it will be like anger, sadness, fear, and joy, and love will be kind of in the middle. So like all of these expression of our feelings, they are part of love, and like they come from love. And I actually asked this question to Clinton one time, like, is love at the center of the feelings map? And he replied a few days after, like, love is at the center of all the possibility management maps. So that was pretty cool. And so yeah, in that way, like that's kind of like what powers the music to be a bridge for possibilities, for creating possibilities, for creating your bright principles, for creating love happening, winning happening, for creating respect, dignity, like all of these bright principles, they can shine from that place. And yeah, so we've gone through three of the elements of music, and there is two other elements that we haven't talked about. And I want to tell that these elements, they help me as a space holder to navigate the space, to navigate like the qualities of the space. Like for example, I can navigate the rhythm of the space. How is the rhythm of the space? How is the love happening in the space? How is the quality of silence or listening in the space? How is the volume? And then the other elements is
What
about
is that one called?
which one?
The one you just said.
So said love happening, rhythm, the rhythm or the timing of the space, and then the silence of the space. I call it listening too, because it's like this like gap. How is the gaps in the space? Like, are we leaving enough space
Yes.
for the
Okay.
things to land? Are we leaving enough space for things to land? Are things lacking? Is there something that needs to be said now? Who needs what sound needs to be made right now? This kind of thing. So it becomes like these sensors of the space that are very cool.
Okay.
Yeah, and the other two elements will be like the index finger, which is like the individuality, the one, and this is like the storyteller, the melody. This is called the melody element, uh, which in a way is like the individual, the one that's telling the story. The flute is the guitar that's like doing the solo, and it will be like the kind of like the hero in the story, something like that. But it's not just the hero; it's like it's accompanied by all these other elements. And then the harmony, which is kind of the middle finger, which is funny, is the harmony. So this means like the already like the group work, like when you have like a few notes playing together. So this is like the dynamics of harmonics, like how is things harmonizing in the space? How is your vibration and my vibration working together? How are they sounding together? What are the qualities of the sound that we are creating? From 2 people to 3 people to 4 people to 100 people, uh, creating harmony. So we got love, melody, one note at a time, harmony, 3 or more notes at the same time. We got rhythm, which is tuku 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 cycles, and timing and silence. And with those 5 elements, you can like really throw yourself into music. You can like really like throw yourself into music and allow those rhythms to kind of be a framework or a guideline.
Cool. Thank you. I really love seeing the parallels with space holding.
Yay! I'm glad about that. Right on. And I think that's all what I want to share right now in this like talking mode. I want to kind of like jump. I want to jump into musical reality. And for this, there is it can just be a doorway that you can like open up. You enter through it, and then you're whoop in this sound music reality that is of vibration and different sounds Your voice can go really big like this, or it can go really small like this, like that. And there is a each sound has a quality and an aliveness to it. And so I'm gonna jump in and deliver, even though there is two kids playing right here, right in front of me, and being really loud. But I'm gonna match their energy and sing with them and use their sounds to also make a song for your being. And it's gonna be like around 2 or 3 minutes, like 3 to 5 minutes. Sorry. Now I'm also gonna record it on the phone. Do you have any questions before this?
No.
All right. And I just got the possibility that you can that I've been practicing cavitation, and that you can cavitate a place where music thrives, and that can create like new doorways for musical expression. I think what's coming alive, like if your purpose in creating music is that other people like it, is of impressing other people, then like this is not gonna make so much sense or something like that. Like this makes sense kind of like when you want to explore the music that's coming from you, and you want to like express that freedom of movement here on your throat chakra. And cool. So I'll begin now. So ninja here mao maya ya se shaya mama wa moya no way oh way mo way Sanata tata yawa kwa sanato kwa mao tata mokumane yamama kuai ho kwau này sâu này yêu cô bum neo 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 bum ne tata e sao a queta e sa me a e cazze quo ce n'è coe ma o e a e o nga Mu wa 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 shamate naya ko kwe san ja jam de wo shen ye wa Thank you, Daway.
Thank you, Jorge. That was great.
It was fun.
Glad to hear you sing.
Mm. I'm glad that you called forward for this space and that you showed up for this and that we made it happen. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Jorge.
Is there anything else would you like to share how did that land for you?
It was restful for me to listen to. Relaxing.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jorge. I'll send you the payment after this.
Right on. Thank you that way. And if there's any, I'm turned on to like continue catching stories, anything that comes up about your musical journey. I'm turned on, and my archetypal being is in like, I want to hear more. And if there's any possibilities that open up for you, please reach out.
Okay, thank you.
Alrighty. Bye for now.
Jorge.
Alright.